as hunters, we look at the entire goose, duck, waterfowl populations in general. And it's like, we want to take enough to collect this year's harvest to make room for next year's babies. That way, there's enough food for everything and you have a healthy population that's good. That's how we look at it overarching. Hello and welcome to the Greenway Outdoors podcast. My name's Kyle.
I'm AJ.
I'm Ryan.
And Jeff didn't answer because currently he is in the UK for a wedding. Now, what's interesting about the UK
Nothing.
is, one thing about the UK is, other than it smells a little bit right now because Jeff's there, additionally, they have a new law in place. Actually, it was like 2022, but I'm just hearing about it, so it's new to me, so it's new to you.
That's
you
right.
Understand? And that law states that you are not allowed to boil a lobster, an octopus, and possibly, I think, crabs alive because it's considered inhumane. They are sentient beings that feel pain. This is what they're saying. And because of that, to take them alive and drop them in boiling water is sick and twisted. So you need to kill it in a more humane manner ahead of time. So stab it in the head or whatever else and drop it in. And originally, when I first read it, I was like, they probably die so quick anyways. But I don't out of the gate defend ways of killing animals, even though we hunt and fish all the time. It's like, because to me, it's like, you should do it the most humane way possible.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's fine. Make it quick. Like, I don't actually, because people are like, isn't this stupid? I was like, I mean,
well, it's better not to see things suffer.
Right. Yeah, you might as well make it quick. I don't know that someone who doesn't know the anatomy that well, chomping around with a knife or some scissors or something is going to necessarily do much better than that boiling water will.
No, but I'd appreciate at least the effort, and it'd probably become pretty clear once you start stabbing around in there whether or not it's dead.
Yeah. yeah. But stabbing around in it, yeah. My point is, I don't know the science behind how quick they die from boiling water. I'd assume it's pretty fast.
Yeah, I don't
I mean, you only cook them for like 6 minutes, so, you know.
You can try to look it up.
Yeah.
No, I tend to agree, but it does fall into this gray area of like, are we doing the right thing? Is this the proper way? Do we feel bad?
Right.
And in the end of the day, you're like, well.
I'm more about just getting it done quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like some people will hold off on follow-up shots on deer and things like that. I tend to be more just like get it dead. Like end any suffering and honor it the best way you can.
What would be your guess if you dropped a lobster into a boiling pot? How long it would take?
3.6 seconds.
32 seconds.
My guess would have been like probably around the 30-second mark.
Yeah.
2 to 3 minutes.
Ooh.
Whoa. Okay.
That's a long time to be sitting in boiling water.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then there you go.
Yeah.
Stab them in the head first. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. Even
like I take it as far as, and not to sound like some softy, again, we hunt and fish kind of for a living, so fishing for a living. I'm wearing the hat, so I figured I'd say the line.
You gotta.
But even like with fish, and it does help the meat too, is like I'll clip the gills and things like that before putting them in the live well and bleed them out and, you know, do things that make them pass faster, but also take good care of the meat. I just tends to do that. When it comes to bigger animals, you know, shooting a deer or something like that, it's best to make a good shot, because if you have that thing spewing out adrenaline and all kinds of different chemicals that can happen if it lives for a while after the initial shot, that can make the meat tough. It can make it taste bad. So I don't know. To me, I think that doing everything as fast as possible. You don't lose your humanity in it. Like, you have to understand it's still a life that we're taking, right? But it's to feed ourselves too. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's biblical. You're fine. But, you know, have some care to it.
As of recently, like once the spring came around, I've found myself having more difficulty killing bugs in the house and trying more to catch them.
Your wife told me that.
And put them outside.
You too.
I don't know why. It was just like...
My girlfriend Kayla's the same thing.
I like, it's like those little fuzzy jumping spiders or like a stink bug or something. It's just like, you're not trying to get me. You're like not trying to get one over on me by being in here. You're just trying to live. So I have been putting them outside. Flies, though, are a different story.
Yeah.
I called Ryan for some reason, and he was with Jenna, his wife, And she was more talking than he was. And I was like, what's he doing? She's like, I don't know. He's like putting a spider outside instead of killing it. He like loves it or something. Like she was so irritated by his
over it.
By it. It was
completely
just,
over it.
Which was pretty funny.
She called me freaking out about freaking out that you need to come home right now. And I don't live that far away from the office, so it's not that big of a deal. But so I'm like, okay, like what's happening? She's like, there's a ginormous spider. It's the biggest one I've ever seen. And
you've never been to Arizona.
well, yeah, and I was like, she's like, it's in there. And so I go looking for it, and it's like one of those white and black hairy jumping spider things.
Okay.
They're typically pretty small.
Yeah, not this one. This one was actually pretty decently sized.
It was weird, and it had a red circle on its back.
Yeah. No, it was one of those. I looked it up, and it was like the greater jumping spider, something like that.
They're pretty cool.
And it was probably like a half inch around, maybe 3/4 of an inch around.
Okay.
It was decent, and they have fat bodies, and they move quick too. Like what I read about them was they don't spin webs to catch prey. They will like launch onto the prey. They stand there and just.
They're little hunters.
Yeah. So they're quick. Like when you're trying to squeeze around it, it's like ding, 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 ding. Like your eyes can't really like track it super well. So I was trying to catch him or her and put it onto a tree outside. And when I was doing that, when I was bringing it to the tree, it like got in position and like put its like big butt up in the air, and you could see like it start like, well, no, you could see it was trying to spin a web.
Oh, dang.
And, like try to like fly or hook on or something. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll get out of here. You don't know what I'll do.
But I showed him the tree, and he just climbed right up on it.
He was just out there shooting
It
ropes.
was kind of cute.
And then I for me, actually, in my house, the big issue now is I've got wolf spiders, and they're huge.
Oh, really?
And they're in one area in the basement, and I've killed probably 7 of them now, maybe more. And
put them aside.
Well, it's crazy too. One of them I vacuumed,
and he's still climbing around in there.
Dude, they're big. I'm talking, they're big though.
Yikes!
Like they're big enough for you're like,
yeah,
I don't want to squish you because it's like
a lot.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot to it. They work up Abby pretty good. She doesn't like them at all.
Yeah, and anytime Jenna sees a brown spider, it's automatically a brown recluse.
We're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah.
It's gonna kill you. I'm like, it's not. It's not. You've never seen a brown recluse,
and you're not gonna.
It doesn't want anything to do with you.
Yeah, you're not in Costa Rica anymore. Everything's Costa Rica with this couple.
Brown recluse, the Michigan spider.
Holy cow!
But yeah, the spider thing has been getting out of hand. But on this animal welfare kick that we're talking about right now, I did a good deed this past week.
Oh yeah.
Abby and Lucas took the kayaks out on the lake and they were fishing. Like there's always something. So there's like. It's never going to go smooth.
It's always a production.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to be involved. Don't necessarily know how, but it's coming for me. So the texts start coming through, and it's just fish. My guess was I haven't caught a single pike on the lake yet, even though they say the lake is mostly filled with pike. If you want to see my first fishing trip, actually, check the link below, and you'll actually see where I did a vlog where I went out and tested this lake out, went out on the kayaks. A lot of people said they were pike in it. I haven't caught one yet, so spoiler alert on that vlog, but I do catch a ton of fish. I thought for sure they were going to go out, get a pike, and then it was going to be a big ordeal, and I had to limp out there because I'm in a cast right now, which we'll talk about as well. But so I get the call that I knew would come, just didn't know what it would be about, and she's like, "We've got a goose," and I'm like, "Why?"
What?
She's like, "It's trapped in a net. I need you to come out and fix it," and I'm like, "Just let it be. It'll be fine." Like is my guess, because I'm like in a net, like. It'll be fine.
Like it'll get out.
She's like, no. It's all wrapped up in its mouth, and I can't open its mouth. Oh, Kyle! And she starts getting worked up. I'm like, all right, just grab it and bring it in.
Jeez.
And then I guess she said it was like swimming in the water, and the swans were trying to kill it, and that's pretty common. So the goose gets out of the water, and Abby like runs after it, and it just gets so tired it just lays down and accepts it.
Oh.
So she picks her up. We named her Nettie. She and then Paula, the neighbor, comes down and in our golf cart because she saw Abby doing something crazy, and apparently she'd been watching Nettie for a while outside in the water though, but couldn't do anything because she was in the water. So then I go gimping outside with crutches, and I look at this thing, and it was a very harsh net. I wouldn't call it a fishing net. I don't know what it was for, but it was definitely like netting, and it was tight knit, and it was plasticky. but netting, but true netting, but like a plasticky outside, just hard to describe. And we'll show some of the footage over what I'm talking about right now from the little video that we made of it.
Oh, it's wrapped around his tongue.
Yeah. I just need to cut the bottom and we'll be good. Probably super thirsty.
I wonder how long this has been going on. He was like trying to eat and drink. He's not gonna.
We're gonna do it. I don't like how this is all grown in oddly. So what's happening is it's like grown into his tongue.
Oh, so it's been a while.
It's been here a long time. Yeah. Oh, it's on his tongue and it's grabbing it. I see.
It's okay.
I see. I'm trying to prevent pulling it. Yeah, I would run and grab scissors. So we're gonna get the bulk away. We've done that. Okay, now our tongue probably still hurts, huh? So what's happening now is we've got just a little bit of the netting kind of grown into the tongue. So I'm gonna attempt to trim the sides and then gently pull it out from underneath the tongue. We are all done.
Is it all gone?
Clean as a whistle.
Look at you. Wow. All right, should we all get on so we can set her free? Yeah.
Well, they all got a little busy place.
Yeah, but I put her right by the water here and then she'll
Good girl.
It's wrapped around the mouth and it was making it so like it was so tight around the mouth and then woven in the mouth and then back up over the mouth. It was as if somebody went out of their way.
It's like tie its mouth.
Dang.
And then the tongue was growing like because it had been in there since she was a baby. Because she's probably only a couple months old as it is because she wasn't even, she's growing up still. And but it was like embedded in the tongue so deep and it was all bloody and cut up and harsh in there. And I'll tell you, man, as a hunter, I mean, waterfowl hunting is my favorite thing to do. Goose and duck hunting. I mean, we just had Canada goose the other day. I absolutely love hunting geese, ducks, and eating them, and that's like a source of my food. But and I think this is where the disconnect comes from with a lot of people is like, as a hunter, I absolutely love those animals. I love them. Like, I want there to be tons of geese and ducks, and I want to do everything I can to help the population, and I want to take just a few for my family to eat. But the individual animal I care about. As hunters, we look at the entire goose, duck, waterfowl populations in general, and it's like, we want to take enough to collect this year's harvest to make room for next year's babies. That way, there's enough food for everything, and you have a healthy population that's good. That's how we look at it overarching. But when we look at ducks on the granular level, or geese in this situation where it's like, that specific goose is injured and there's something I can do about it, of course I want to help. You know what I mean? It's a complicated relationship that we have with them. But seeing her, I'm like, I definitely want to help her. I want to get this net out and do everything I can. And we cut out the net. It took a while. I was trying to do it without hurting her. Her little beak was like split in one part too, I think, from whatever took place to get the net. Because the net was nowhere near the split now, but I bet it was involved in some way.
Was the blade you used, was it dull?
The initial blade that I was using was a, what's it called? Box cutter.
Yep.
And so it's pretty sharp, but it's just like that plasticky netting is hard to cut through.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then I had Lucas looking for scissors because Abby is holding the goose. Paula doesn't live with us. So Lucas was the one that ran in the house trying and he doesn't know where he's looking. We're like in the junk drawer, but it's like he's trying to figure out which one that. So it took a little while, and I wanted to get the bulk away with the box cutter, and then I used the scissors for the fine work, and then was able to pull it out, I think, without hurting her too much. And then Lucas let her go by the water, and she took off, and then the family reunited with her, so that was pretty cool. It was funny when Abby was trying to pick up the goose, the family was like, going at her and stuff. But like then when we brought her back over, they all watched and then watched us set her down. And then she went in the water and then they all hurried up, got in and swam right to her. Like in a hurry to catch up to her.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty neat.
So you have to imagine that had been tough to eat.
I don't think she was eating. She was very frail.
Dang.
Yeah. And Abby goes, we should have banded her so we know which one was her. And then we'd be able to see her. I go, listen. There's only one goose on the planet that I don't want to shoot myself to eat, and it's her. So don't band her because you're going to put a target on her back. Named her Nettie. One of the things I love about flying is the fact that now we're part of this whole Delta Club thing because we're always traveling and like we've got the Sky Miles and this and that. And me and Ryan got a free nice treat on the last flight.
Yeah, like upgraded treat thing.
Yeah, they'll give you like a whole bag of Nerds.
It's kind of secret too.
Yeah, we got to see it in the app.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't want to do it.
I didn't.
Bro,
why?
Threw my phone out.
Yeah, you did. And even after, when we're missing our flight and trying to get in contact with you, you're like,
no,
I'm not answering that call.
I'm not there.
To be fair, he had like his hands pretty full while running down through an airport. He wasn't exactly in like pick up the phone.
That was in the back.
Yeah,
way back.
Yeah, that was crazy. Luckily, and then it was no big deal. Everybody was late for that flight, so they just delayed it. But with that, the snacks are always kind of a fun part, and I thought it was cool to see our friends at Bass Pro Shop sent us something called a snackle box, which apparently is something that they only have in stores now. It's like an in-store exclusive thing, and it's like something they want people to like pick up. And I thought I would grab some. We got a pretzel themed one. I don't know if they're all pretzel themed. I don't know, whatever. But we got a pretzel themed snackle box. And I will tell you, when we go up north to Pete's, he always has those pretzels that are stuffed with peanut butter.
Yeah, the little squares.
Yeah, and I always grab a little handful after dinner. You know what I mean? Just a little salty treat. And then you have something sweet, and then you go back to the salty, and then you have something sweet, and then you get something dairy, and then you get something. No, yeah. What a night.
The pyramid.
So I thought we would do a taste test of these. Nice. Open them up, Brian.
All right. So we have churro being the first flavor, and then we also have dill pickle. We have maple bacon and honey mustard.
That's some pretty bold flavors for pretzels. So this is the snackle box found only at Bass Pro Shops.
I'm passing around churro.
This is the churro one, which should be a sweet treat. Wow, that's a lot of flavor. I like it.
Churro's good.
I give churro a 9.1 on the pretzel scale. What do you give it?
I'd probably put it around 8 or 9. Probably 9.
You have to give a number.
9.
9 even. Rookie score.
8.7.
Okay.
Okay. For the audience, I'm going to give you the lowdown on if you ever hear Kyle rate food, if it's in his mouth and he hasn't spit it out in under 2 seconds, it means he's going to rate it above a 9. So break from 9 to 10, break that into your scale. So if he says 9.1, it's actually a 1.
Yep.
I spit a lot of stuff out. Really like that churro thing, though.
Churro's good.
I like churros in general.
This is dill pickle. You don't like pickles.
Churros basically like a fried donut almost.
It's so good.
Yeah.
This is Jeff flavor.
Yeah, dill pickle.
Smells really good.
Cool looking bag. It's green.
They're pretty good. But
Everybody's pushing protein. It's a bag of pretzels and it says 8 grams of protein, which I'm sure is right, but it's like everyone's all proteined out right now. I don't like that at all.
I love it. That one's really great.
Do you really like it?
I really do. That one's awesome.
It tastes like pickle juice.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're drinking pickle
But you don't
juice.
even like pickles, do you?
No.
Okay.
I wanted to, by the way, though. I like barely ever spit them out trying to like them, and I don't like them. So I spit them out again.
I don't like them on burgers. I love pickles. I hate them on burgers.
I give the pickle one a 4.2 because I don't like them.
I'd give that a 9.5.
I'd do a
on the
8.1.
Okay.
We're not including soft pretzels in this, right?
Never.
Okay.
What the hell kind of question is that?
It's a
Do you
pretzel.
hear yourself?
It's a pretzel.
I'm just kidding.
This is honey mustard. Not as strong.
A little more, I was going to say the same thing. A little more flavoring. It needs it.
It needs more flavor.
Yeah, I would say the honey mustard.
Definitely the honey mustard flavor, though.
And it's more mustard than honey.
Yeah, but I'm okay with that. I like it that way.
I like honey.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know about it. Why don't you get some bees, loser?
It is rather light on the seasoning, which isn't a bad thing. I would say it's like 75% pretzel and 25% flavor.
What do you name it?
The honey mustard, I'd give it a 6.
I give it a 7. I'd give it an 8 if it had more seasoning.
6.2.
Very
maple
smoky.
bacon. Here's what I will say about all of these. They really nailed it on the flavoring. Like as far it is what they say
It's
it is.
exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm. This tastes like my smoker. You know, like my pellet grill. I like it. It's just this isn't my favorite type of flavor in general.
Yep.
But I give it a 7.1 still.
That has a different rating based on what time you're eating it. If you're eating it for dessert, it's probably a 6 or a 7. If you're eating it before you get your hamburger at a barbecue, then it's probably like a 8.
There are
9.
many levels. I would agree.
It's a
with
nice
that.
warm up. So Snackle box from Bass Pro Shop, which obviously that one talking about the grill reminded me of grilling.
Nice.
And recently I was grilling. I had some kebabs on the grill, and I was on my way to go out. And here's the deal. Ironically, that same goose that I saved is part of the problem if you really trace this backwards. So listen to this from a detective standpoint.
Nice.
We have geese across the street from us. Our boat is across the street from us. There's a strip of property there that we have, and the geese love to just lay on it and poop all day. Sometimes the swans come in and run them off, but most of the time it's just goose galore. The problem with that is walking across to our boat, it's like walking through landmines of poop.
Damn.
Yeah. Although when it's mowed, I think the people that mow that strip, because I don't do it, they do a good job of getting it up. So it's like it's a fresh start every week, but it's still a lot of goose poop.
Dang.
So I've tried to run them off, and then Abby gets upset because it's mean and everything.
I guess.
And I like to,
better than having E. coli
Send a
across
dog
the
out
road.
there.
yeah, or hepatitis.
Yeah.
Heard of it? You don't get that from geese. Anyhow, so, or if you did, whatever you did.
Good luck.
Anyhow.
Don't be doing it.
Read the Bible. So we go across the street, and so we have shoes that we always wear to the boat, and then we just don't wear them in the boat because probably stepped in some sort of goose poop. You try not to, but you might have, blah, blah, blah. You're not like checking the bottom of those flip-flops every time either. So we always kick them off of the dock and then just get in the boat. And for the most part, we dodge the poop. It's not like we're rolling in it. It's not like we're throwing it at each other. Like, we are staying clear of it for the most part.
Rolling in it.
But because of that, we have like flip-flops that are like known. Those go at the back door, never come inside, and they only go from one space to the other. I happen to have put those on for when I was grilling, as slipping them on to just go out to the grill because it was a little wet outside. This is Saturday night. So I go outside, put them on the grill, come back inside, forget to take off the flip-flops, which is not something I would normally do. I'm very good about that. I've got a sunken living room, so there's a decent-sized step. I call it a step and a half to get out of the living room into the kitchen. And so I get up that, and I like grab the plates to go out, so when they're done, I'll be able to pop them on the plate. Now, I pre-ketchuped my plate.
What does that mean?
I put ketchup on the plate that I could put it back in because I was like thinking of things to do to get everything as ready as possible at the table so that when I brought the kebabs in, we could just eat and go fishing because I was supposed to go fishing with Steve. So I was in a bit of a hurry.
What was the meat again?
Kebabs.
Oh, okay.
Beef kebabs.
When you say pre-ketchup plate, I'm thinking it's like
That's what I thought.
No, it's just a pile in the left-hand side.
Okay.
So I'm like, that's how the level of trying to get ready I am because I have 12 minutes to eat and be at the boat because I told them we'd go out at 7 or whatever. So I'm doing that. I grab the plates and the tongs to do the final flip and go out and get the meat or whatever. And as I'm walking towards that step, I realize I have on poop sandals. And I'm like, oh, man. And then like while stepping down that step, I go, I better kick these sandals off right now while stepping down the step. Don't know why. Don't know how that makes sense. But I did, and I kicked the flip-flop off and then stepped down and then took out Abby's horse table, rocked into my recliner, rolled the ankle. So now it's a cankle. And a little while later, we got the boot, baby. So we're booted up, double booted up. This is not good. And it swelled up instantaneously and started turning colors instantaneously. And I was like, man, like the speed at which, like, I did it. It hurt so bad. It wasn't the one where it goes numb. It was the one where it's like, I'm going to give you all you got. And I started like crawling, like, ow, ow. And like in my head, I'm like, no, I want to redo. Because it was such a stupid mistake that you're like, no, let me try again, please.
One of those moments.
You're like not making any sense.
Rewind.
And Abby's like, what do I do? Like zero help, just running in circles.
Why is it chaos every time?
The panic.
I don't.
So I'm like, relax. And I got overwhelmed with nausea. Like I was going to throw up, which if anyone's broken a bone or anything like that, you maybe have experienced it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need water right now. I'm thirsty and I'm going to throw up. So she runs and gets me water, and I look back at it and I touch it, and it is like jelly already. Like it's like so swollen already. So I'm like, oh, crap. And I'm like, that's not good. And I'm like, I go to get up and I can feel internally it's not right. And I'm like, oh, no. So I'm like, we're going to have to go to the stupid emergency room or
urgent care.
Urgent care.
Yeah.
And Abby calls Steve to tell him, because I'm not going to show up for fishing now. And then him and Paula come rolling up on the golf cart right to the front door, run in and help me. Like, they're the sweetest people ever. Steve and Abby work together to like get me out to the car because I'm like hopping on one foot. So we get in the car. Now Abby's got to drive, go to the ER or the urgent care. And this is the picture of it here from the original. I sent it to you guys. It's a pretty gnarly looking ankle. Also, they call them accessory bones, where apparently like some people have more bone, like extra bone on their ankle than others. I happen to have that, and that's what chipped. So it isn't even like a detrimental chip. But then there was another fracture that is the big problem. And that's like, but it's a non-supportive fracture. So I'm able to put some weight on it, and that isn't what hurts. But if I roll it, I'm in big trouble. So it's like, they put you in this boot because what they want is they want you to heal with your foot bent like this as opposed to straight like that all the time. Because the healing will be correct this way, they say.
Well, and probably some of that has to do with if you're like the tiptoe walkers.
Yeah.
If you stay like that for 6 weeks with your foot straight down, all those tendons and those muscles are going to tighten way up, and stretching it back out is going to be a problem.
So I'm wearing it as much as I can. Overall, the ankle now, it hurts like periodically. If I have to be on my feet for a while, it really starts to hurt yesterday. And then like it seems as though if I'm on it for a while, then it makes me pay that night, and it will swell up more and turn colors. And last night my whole foot turned blue. So, but what are you going to do? That's part of it. So, which also gives me a little bit more respect for David Goggins, because they were telling me one of the things that they don't know right away is there may also be stress fractures, but they won't know that for a little while. I guess it takes a while. They have to wait till the swelling goes down or something. They're like, they show up later, is what they said. And I don't know the science behind it, but that's what they said. And they're like, those are really painful. And that's what David Goggins did. He passed buds, like, Hell Week, with stress fractures in both feet. He wrapped his feet so tight with tape every morning that they would hurt real bad, but then eventually they'd go numb because wrapping them so tight, and that's how he got through. I mean, that is a beast of what...
That is just crazy.
He probably walks funny in general now, and I'm not looking for long-term injuries, but it was an excuse to still make it to the gym today. So I hobbled around at the gym today and still did an upper body workout at least.
Nice.
We've got some stuff to film, though, that I need that foot. We've got some Ram stuff that we're supposed to film that now we're behind on. We're shooting like a promo for them for their backcountry truck that's coming out. And they want me to go bahan on sand dunes and cliff jump and stuff. And then we've got the Ernest Hemingway to wrap the episode.
Yep.
Which isn't as grueling, but it should be the same trip because that way we don't have to drive up twice.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to have to push that and the production on that a little bit. But other than that, at least now it's helped me focus on business stuff and editing as opposed to, filming. Because a lot of times when we're filming, I'm like, man, we should be editing. And when I'm editing, I'm like, man, we should be working on the business stuff. And then when I'm doing the business stuff, I feel like, man, we should be filming. So this at least took away one of them from me so I can focus on the others.
We were doing some filming yesterday, doing some lever action guns, and you brought out an heirloom of your grandpa's gun.
Yeah, I got it right here.
And you were mentioning when it was bought and how much it cost and then how much it's worth now. And it got me thinking because I've been kind of into the buy resale game lately, buying some items at estate sales, garage sales, and selling them on eBay. And it got me thinking with guns and reselling guns and how we see them at various gun shops of pre-owned firearms. And you had said the value of this gun here has just grown exceptionally. But I'm sure you would never sell it because it means so much to you.
Yeah.
And it made me think about the market for buy or reselling guns, and if there are guns out there that are overpriced, or if I would assume heirloom style firearms hold no value other than what they can be sold in a store. Mm-hmm. So it just got me thinking, have you bought a used gun before from somewhere?
Yeah, cut. No, just kidding. Yeah. I'm just joking. Like I did it weird. No,
that's funny.
I have bought used guns before, but never in the sense of like an heirloom thing. It was more along the lines of like somebody had an inexpensive gun and it was even more inexpensive now because it was used. Is my extent of purchasing guns. I obviously received this as an heirloom from my dad. It was my grandfather's, and my grandfather's name is etched into it. And what's interesting is he bought this. It's a 1960 Winchester 30-30. And a lot of people that know lever action guns, they're going to know that the pre-64 Winchesters are extremely valuable compared to the 64 and beyond. And it's just because of how they were made. These are like handmade versus, machine stuff.
Right.
And these are a lot smoother. They're a lot better. And they're just sought after because of that process. And this was a 1960. It's got my grandfather's name in it. And it was made in 1960. And that's also the year my dad was born. So 1960 is etched into the side of it. I never got to ask my grandpa. He died before I was born. This is all I really have of him, honestly. That and apparently his temper, but no, I'm just kidding. But the 1960, did he put that there because that's the year he bought the gun? He wouldn't have known that they were going to start making them different in 64. Is it because he bought the gun that year, or is it because that's the year my dad was born? And that was his way of putting both names there. I'm just curious of what that was. He died so young. My dad was only in his teens when he died, so my dad inherited it. He used it, and then eventually gave it to me. This was my first rifle that I used for deer hunting ever. My first opening day morning. I can still, when I smell it, it's got that old gun smell, and it's like, that smells like opening day, and my dad is 600 yards that way, and I can feel the morning. I can feel the excitement. I remember, like, when you shoot this gun, I just feel like I know they're modern bullets, but it's just, the smell is just different. Like, it smells like the oil he used. It smells like this gun. It just has so much history to it.
Still fully functional, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this thing operates so smooth and so perfect. And what's interesting is he bought it for $95 at Sears.
Yeah,
back in the day.
People always say that. Like, Sears was like,
it must have been the
place.
biggest. I just remember from the mall, but not.
Yeah, they didn't have guns while we were around.
And I noticed that
they would do like package deal. I think other companies, like, you buy a truck and you get a gun. Like, they would do things like that.
I have heard that.
Way good Lord intended. Yeah, I thought that was so cool, and I believe my dad or my grandmother, who passed away now, but somebody had the receipt. Because it was like looked at and like, can you believe it? Because it was like he kept all of, and then had it engraved. And truth be told, that was the most valuable and most prized possession my grandfather had. So for me to have it is pretty cool. And then hopefully one day I'll have a son and he'll have it. And there's so much special to it. Now here's the thing. Bought it for $95. If you put that up for sale right now, even with the engraving on it, you're gonna sell that gun right there for $2,400 probably. Maybe more.
And that was kind of partial to my question is, I like the engraving, even though, like, if I was to go to a store and see that, I have no connection to it, but it adds the extra bit of character.
Oh, you like you? It wouldn't bother you?
No, it wouldn't bother me as a
really
consumer. Yeah, no.
Interesting.
And the name is cool.
I think
it just kind of flows on the gun right.
It would annoy me if I could never figure anything out about the person. If I could pin down who the person was, like, and be like, yeah, this is who it belongs to, I think I'd be like, that's sweet. Because now there's the lore behind it, not just like some name. Because it's like you can walk through a cemetery and be like, hey, look at Patricia.
Yep.
Okay. Hey, Patricia.
It does add value too, in the sense of like, if it's like a famous person or someone who went on to do something really cool that you admire, doesn't even have to be famous. It's just somebody you admire. Then it really adds value. It reminds me of Captain Ron when they're in the boat and she's like, "Oh, it's Clark Gable and whatever," and because of that, the boat's worth
the
that
value
much
was
more.
Up.
You know what I mean? Is because like someone did engrave that ended up being important. So
with guns being such a high commodity, I don't really know if I see myself finding a gun for crazy cheap and then actually end up being worth a lot of money. Like, there's not a lot of...
There's too much known.
Yeah.
There's too many... You'd have to get real lucky at like a flea market or something, like those gun shows and stuff, but typically anybody selling a gun has a pretty good understanding of what they have. It's not like... I always think back to Alex Garr, who was a kid that was in my high school that passed away. He had brain cancer. Wonderful person. And he had brain cancer all the time for many years and like fought it. And he ended up dying a couple years after we graduated. But I remember it was like probably it would have been 7th or 8th grade. He ended up somehow just in a random pack of cards, pulled out a rookie autographed jersey card of LeBron James.
Wow.
Now, at the time,
quite the rip.
At the time, it was LeBron James might become Michael Jordan or he might be a nobody. We didn't know yet, right? So it was so early on that it's like he might be the best at it. But like everyone was aware he was probably going to be very good, though. you know?
That's crazy.
And he got that, and he had it in a big plastic case, and he brought it on the bus, and we all traded basketball cards, and I remember even thinking, like, you shouldn't have that.
No.
Like here.
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
Like hide it at home.
Yeah, and just stop talking
Don't tell
about it.
anybody.
So, and I remember a kid put together like a offer to Alex for that, where it was like a whole page of Latrell Sprewell, which is like somebody, you know how you haven't heard of him? Exactly. You've heard of LeBron James, so you understand what I'm saying.
Yep.
Whole page of Latrell Sprewell, and then like a couple other autograph cards that were like menial, like just not that. And Alex traded him.
Oh, no.
That card now is worth an hundreds of thousands.
I would say hundreds, yeah.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Wow.
So I hope he wins in heaven, buddy, because you didn't win a lot here. Poor kid. He got a terrible lease on life with a lot of different things. He got bit by a dog when he was a kid, and his whole face swelled up, and it was scarred forever. And then, like, he went to the doctor's office once. They put the needle in his hand wrong, and then let him go to sleep. And then someone came in 8 hours later, and it was ballooned up like this, and it never went back down completely. And then through his 5th brain surgery, he ended up having a limp and, like, dragging his foot behind him. And he was just... I never witnessed in my entire life him do a single mean thing to anybody, and he always just wanted to be around everyone. I miss him. It breaks my heart that happened to him, and he passed away. But at the same time, I'm sure he's in heaven having a great time, and probably more concerned about me than I should be him at this point. But it's just one of those crazy things with like the value of things, and then like
absolutely.
But we knew, like, when he made that bet, I remember going, "Don't do it."
Yeah.
Don't do it. And then everyone's like, it's a whole page. A whole page of cards for one? I'm like, I don't do it. And then, yeah.
The writing's on the wall.
That's the game, too, with baseball cards and stuff like that, is it's like there are so many cards that are worth nothing, a fraction, a very small amount that have some value right now. Right now. Not in 5 years. Not hold on to it and see where it grows. Right now you could sell it.
Yep.
And then there's a few eternal ones, and he got his hand on that, and it's gone now.
Yeah, just thinking about the buy and sell market on guns is completely different than any other item that is cycled through markets.
Yeah, it's very rare. Everyone pretty much knows what's up.
Yep.
Not to toot their horn whatsoever, but Meat Eater posted a video yesterday, and I actually watched it, and it was I forgot what they call it, but anyhow, they had bought a punt gun. That reminds me of this. A punt gun was used. This is like, I think they used the analogy, like 8 years before the Wright brothers took flight, but like 3 or 4 years after the light bulb was invented. Somewhere in that neighborhood is when this punt gun was used. And on the East Coast, they used to do commercial hunting for ducks and then sell the ducks. And the ducks, like, they were like equating like the value. You could sell like 2 ducks for like $50 US now, like by like what they were doing. So these punt guns were like, I guess, a 2 gauge.
Oh, just like a massive shotgun?
Massive. And they bought one at an auction. They got it for like $20,000. And it's like really old, from the 1800s, and people are like interested in it and stuff. But what they would do is they would use these giant shotgun shells and shoot just a giant spray. And what I found interesting about that video was they used bismuth as the pellets, and I bet you they did because they couldn't use steel because of the old barrels, but they couldn't use tungsten's even harder, and then they couldn't use lead because it's a waterfowl thing, so they used bismuth. But I caught that, and I think they said it was like something like 2,000 pellets of number 6 shot bismuth in the shot shell.
Whoa!
And they shot like a huge wall of targets, and some of the pellets were on all of them, but it was a great pattern actually. But the whole thing was like they tied a rope and then backed up way because they didn't know what would happen when they shot.
Yeah.
It hadn't been shot in over 100 years. And but they bought that gun for $20,000, and it's like, unless it's something that odd, you really probably know the value.
Yep.
Like everyone kind of knows the value of stuff until things get real weird like that. And that's where, because that gun could have sold for $40,000, $20,000, $5,000, $1,000. You just don't know. But it's so big. They put them on the front of boats and just roll up to a raft and shoot. You might. There was one that they said they had 5 or 6 of them, and they harvested like 500 ducks in one shot each, or something like that. What? Some obnoxious. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Never heard of such a thing.
Yeah. I thought this was catchy. They said they actually think that this is like this type of commercial hunting with these punt guns was where they got their slogan, "Get your ducks in a row," because then one shot can take them all out.
Oh, interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah. Like now you're limited to 3 shells per gun, nothing bigger than a 10 gauge, and you're only allowed 6 ducks a day.
Yeah.
And species specific and stuff. You can see why they wiped out the populations pretty good back then.
Yeah, using actual cannons to go hunting.
I'll do it.
Carpet bomb.
Mm-hmm.
My topic is this happened a few months ago. Did you guys, before we get started, I want to know if you guys know about it. Did you hear about the incident with the seal with the monk seal in Hawaii?
Yes.
You did hear about it? Okay.
Is it a monk or is it a seal? I'm just kidding.
Where am I? So, to give some context, we're going to talk about the Hawaiian monk seal. And what it is a seal. It is the only seal in Hawaii. It's the only seal that lives its entire life in a completely tropical environment.
Deeply religious.
Yes, very.
Yep.
Which that's funny you're saying that because they do live in like solitude. Like
Yeah,
they
I get it.
They don't go to the beaches like you see like the sea lions do and like gather all up. They just live by themselves.
Wow.
They can dive up to 800 feet or 1,800 feet.
1,800?
1,800 feet.
No
down.
way.
Hold their breath for 20 minutes.
Can they come back up?
They can come back.
1,800 feet?
That's psycho.
Who's clearing their ears?
Nice.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. They're good at it though.
Equalize.
So they have their pups, and their pups can be born between like I think it was 25 to 35 pounds, which is a fairly big baby. They grow up. The adults are like 400 to 600 pounds, and they're about 7 to 8 feet long. So it's a big animal.
Sure.
There's about 1,600 left.
Oh,
Dang.
They're very, very endangered.
Okay.
And protected. And they believe of the population that...
See, when people are lonely, when seals are lonely, like it's just alone with their thoughts, they make mistakes.
Yeah, well...
Am I playing into something?
You might be, because
Fun.
as it turns out, you should not interact with these things
Okay.
for some of reasons you won't expect.
Oh.
So they believe that due
Is
to...
this like the pink dolphin thing you won't let go?
No. It's not. For context, he's talking about the freshwater dolphins in South America and the people down there.
Oh, no.
There's
The people down there? Jeez.
There's people down
Some
there.
people.
There are people down there who believe if you have intercourse with the dolphin, you will be irresistible to women.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yep.
And I brought it all back.
Mm-hmm.
So back to the monk seals, they believe that due to conservation efforts, roughly 30% of the population exists purely from our help now, like bringing the population back to a healthy level.
Nice.
So
So
they're protected by the state. They're protected by federally. And one thing, when you go to Lahaina, if you see one of these, this is what you should not do. Here's a video of
nice.
of a tourist.
What are you doing? Why would you throw a rock at it? Hello?
That's crazy.
You've all seen the video of the monk seal that almost got hit by the rock from the
That
tourists
almost
who
got
threw
hit.
it. If you didn't, here it is again. But we'd like at least the airline to play this type of video on all flights incoming, so people don't do this kind of stuff.
Okay, so this incident
That
happened.
guy's just a schmuck.
Yeah, it went viral, and
A rock at a... Why?
That's crazy.
so
Because he's got a different religion? That's what I mean.
Silence.
Because he's a monk?
his name is, it's a tough one. They say he was
seal?
No. the tourist. His name is
Looked like a Raphael.
Nettie.
they say he was a tourist from Covington, Washington.
Mm-hmm.
However, his name would suggest he's first generation
Yeah.
American, or he
Just tell us the name.
immigration. It is Mikhailovich
Yikes.
Litvinchuk.
Okay.
Litvinchuk.
Okay.
Sounds kind of Hawaiian. Makili?
Or Russian.
Makili?
So
Mokili.
he threw that rock at that seal. He didn't, based on an investigation, narrowly miss it just right off of its nose. He has been charged
With what? Attempted animal abuse?
with
Endangerment?
Basically, he's been charged with taking an endangered animal. And when they say taking, on a federal level, when you're speaking of endangered
Be like
animals,
hunting, right?
Taking doesn't just mean killing. It means like harming, pursuing, like
What an odd choice of word then.
bothering. Like,
Really?
it's very all-encompassing of, like, don't mess with them. Don't touch it. Don't look at it. Don't screw with
Which is crazy because that's not the definition of the word.
Right.
Yeah.
It's very odd. But he's been charged, and his defense as of right now, last I knew, was that he saw it chasing a sea turtle, and he didn't like that. So he threw the rock to distract it from attacking the sea turtle.
Come on.
But everybody knows monks love sea turtles.
Exactly.
And I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't buy it either.
So this incident happened.
It does seem like he's analyzing first. And after he threw it, he's like,
Okay.
yeah,
and
and like, I'm trying to save a sea turtle.
So
I believe him.
before he was charged, before any of that had happened, this video had gone viral. And he must have still been on vacation in Hawaii. This is a couple of days after the incident happened. And when we were in Hawaii, spearfishing, like with the whole like fishing license thing, and they explained to us like, well, you don't take like no need for a fishing license. We don't take more than we need.
Yep.
This was years ago. And they're like, well, what happens if you do? And they're like, well, the locals will take care of it. Like, they'll let you know, like, you're taking more than you should, and you need to knock it off.
Whoa.
So this is what happens when you screw with the monk seals in Hawaii.
Oh, is he like just beat up?
You've all seen the video of the monk seal that almost got hit by the rock from the tourists who threw it. If you didn't, here it is again. And we've all seen, or some of us have seen, environmental activists.
Oh, jeez.
Took matters into his own hands.
They found him. The locals found him for what he was doing, and they let him know.
With 2 right crosses.
Brother Kyoki
3
got
right
him.
crosses.
Yep.
Well, there you go. That and here's my thing, and I'm going to put this out there now. There's so much in this life where I actually think things should just be solved the old-fashioned way. Like, there are things that people do that you shouldn't be bothering the cops about. It's like if someone insults your woman, or someone does this or someone does that, maybe you should be allowed to deck somebody nowadays and not go to prison for it. And every little piece of crap like him that would do something like that, he'll be the one to go sue that guy that beat him up.
100%.
Yeah, because they're cowards. I get to the point where I think it would just be better if things were solved the old-fashioned way. It's like, yeah, the sheriff comes in once a month, but I mean, we're not gonna like for the most part, we just settle things on our own.
Yep.
And you gotta be careful because behind every crazy story, there's a loose cannon out there.
Yep.
That doesn't care what happens.
You're totally right. Totally right.
So, and I also found it interesting that this government official, I don't know exactly what his position was, but let's listen to what he says.
And I do just want to say that from our caucus, we see this all the time with people with a different type of mentality coming in and destroying our stuff, essentially, in this case, animals. But we'd like at least the airline to play this type of video on all flights incoming, so people don't do this kind of stuff. I don't want to leave it on a negative note, but I did want to get that out. Mahalo.
So
he's saying, like, show it on the airline, so when people are flying in, they're like, geez, why would somebody do that?
He also, the part that came before that was, he's like, like our attorney's saying, we don't condone violence, but we are giving this letter of recognition to the person who followed through.
Beat the crap out of him.
That's what that was.
Yeah, see, that's
like, we're keeping him anonymous, but he took care of it.
That's old-fashioned justice right there.
Right.
So I just thought that story was crazy.
It's definitely worth talking about. I mean, it's funny to see things. I like seeing things get solved the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
So 2 men have a problem with each other, settle it. Yeah. Why does everyone's life got to be ruined for 6 years in a jail cell over it?
Right.
Lose your credit.
I'm just kidding, sort of. All right, well, thanks for tuning in to the Green Outdoors podcast. We hope you enjoyed this one. It was fun, other than I only have one leg, and you guys walking around, you 2-legged sons of guns, acting all cool.
Yeah, we're running. We're running around.
Ryan was going up the stairs.
We make Kyle stand in the middle, and we run in circles around him.
Yep.
He's like, stop. It's my birthday.
Check out the Green Outdoors TV show. A bunch of episodes are now available on our YouTube channel, along with our vlog series, along with our podcast, along with our how-to videos, along with our funny reels and everything like that behind the scenes. So check it all out. Thanks for tuning in. Stay green. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to the Greenway Outdoors YouTube channel. But without our sponsors, this content wouldn't be possible. And so we want to support those who support us. So check out these companies who care about the Greenway Outdoors and conservation. Today's special sponsors are Ram Trucks, Bass Pro Shops, Rufus Teague Barbecue, and OnX Hunt. Check them out today.